Hey guys, welcome to Jamestown Sawmill here in Jamestown, South Carolina. This is the case of the mystery mulching head. We're going to introduce you to all our mulching heads in this episode, but we're going to start out with the mystery mulching head. Now, we call this the mystery mulching head because there is no manufacturer's ID on this at all, gang. There's no nameplate, no manufacturer's plate, no name embossing, any ID whatsoever. And that's a big problem when it comes to trying to locate parts. Now, through deductive reasoning and through a whole lot of effort, your buddy Jay here has kind of come to the opinion, and I do mean opinion, that this is possibly, and I emphasize the word possibly again, an older, I'd say 2000 to no newer than 2008, Fecon bull hog. How did I come to that conclusion? The overall profile of the mulching head, as you saw in the earlier footage, the fact that this is a paddleboard design with, I'd say 3/4 to 1 inch thick paddleboard plate on this beast, and the tooth design and the tooth brand is an Awi tooth. Now, Awi and Fecon are kind of hand in hand. Okay, gang? So you got your double carbide Awi tooth that has locking ears, solid horseshoe attachment on the paddleboard, where you could really throw the torque on this bad boy and have this thing fully supported to withstand impact, abuse, and also the paddleboard makes a vacuum. Now, this model of bull hog attachment, and bull hog attachments in general, sometimes come with this drop flap right here, hydraulically operated, to create a finer mulch. But bull hogs are also known for having this paddleboard design. Well, again, we don't have any ID on this. So we are fielding this to you guys to help us out. Have you ever seen a forcing mulcher with the side reinforcement on? Because a lot of times, that's where they'll put the manufacturing ID. It's like, here I am, Fecon, Lofness, whatever. Pick your poison, Prynoth, whatever brand you want to go with. It's like, who? What is that? Oh, is that? You don't see that on this model at all. Not at all. So in the comments below, if you guys have any input, what do you think it might be? Or if you've seen this kind of setup before where you got the heavy reinforcement on the side, let us know. Catch a picture. We'd appreciate you. Let's go introduce you to the other two models we got and walk you around them as well. Stick around. Alright guys, here's our other two mulching heads that need to be rebuilt. This is a Magnum Systems Inc. Mini Magnum. The rotor seems to be seized up on it. When I put a boot on the rotor, it doesn't want to free spin. So basically, we will rebuild this at a later date. But it'll be when I have a shop or something, and when I can really get engrossed to it and really tear this thing down. So we're putting a pin in this one. Which brings me to this one. A Lofness G2 from around 2006 time frame as well. We have stripped this thing down. The hoses are stripped off. They had a check block, double check valve block that we've sent to a valve shop to be evaluated. We've had custom-made hydraulic lines come in that we ordered. And when I evaluated the hydraulic motor, where it ties into the gearing, it was very well lubricated, full of hydraulic fluid and the like. We still have to do a belt evaluation, but you know, you're looking at a $100 part. That's no biggie. But more importantly, we're rebuilding this because the rotor did spin freely when I put my boot on it and stepped down on it. But also Lofness Manufacturing, the maker of this. Lofness has impressed me tremendously. They have an online archive where you can get manuals for your product. And I saw where they went back to a G3, but I didn't see any G2s. So when I called them up, I'm like, you know, I got a G2 I've inherited, and I don't know if I'm the second owner or if I'm the 10th owner. They're like, okay, well, this is where you can find the serial number for it as far as the manufacturing mark. How about checking that out? And a G2 and everything, we'll send you a manual, but we confirm it once you get that mark. Well, it turned out they sent me the right manual because, you know, we were in a nice email dialogue as well as a lot of phone calls. And there's one thing I'll say. This is their product. They obviously stand behind it because they are helping me out by entertaining my questions about how to approach this, how to do this, be careful with this. And if this happens, it could really mess up a lot of things. So why we sent the double check valve to a valve shop. And because it was full of rust and full of crud. This thing's been sitting outside for years and been through a few hurricanes. So you got to do a complete rebuild, gang. The hoses were shot, so I had to order custom-made hoses. This is a 5,000 PSI drive unit. That means 5,000 pounds per square inch hydraulic hoses, custom-made, arrived, the whole gambit. So it's an active process, but I'm going to tell you what, I'm quite pleased with Lofness and their customer care. So if you guys are in the mood for a forestry cutter, you might want to evaluate Lofness because they stand behind their product. But we will keep you in the loop on the developments of the G2, and we look forward to finishing it up, cleaning it up, bringing it back to life, and we might even have a christening party when it comes time. So appreciate you viewing, and we'll see you on the next one, gang. Take care.